there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, really? Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, you came late, but you did it. Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks for joining us on this hearing, appearance of those officials of government and also those in the basis area, the Petroleum Importers Association, with representation from the Ministry of Justice and also the National Rule Fund. Thanks for joining us. Keep following Focus on Liberia TV here live from the chambers of the House of Representatives. My name is Prince Small.
Will be the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. You're a Muslim, so you won't kiss the Bible.
Is he Muslim? Okay. Thank you very much. It's okay. Please have a seat.
Sergeant, don't be putting words in our witnesses' mouth here.
Thank you. So
those are the witnesses there lined up. We have the Justice Minister representation there, and with the pro suit. We have Mr. Boniface Satu, who represents the National Rule Fund, and the rest really goes on. We have the ARA representation here. We have George Bobby Kalanto at the bike. Thanks for following us. Keep watching Focus on Liberia TV for this live broadcast here from the chambers of the House of Representatives.
Except there are other issues, but what we heard, which made us, which we were compelled to then act, because the Justice Ministry, the representation was absent. That is why we call you here, representing the Justice Ministry, to give some clarity. But we'll ask in your presence for the LRA to repeat what was stated, so that you will know. Please, you are recognized.
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, presiding, Honorable co-presiding, member of the August body. Instead of stating what I said the last time after we left from here, I decided to do more research. I get to understand that LRA is at fault for this money that been collected, and I came to concede there was error on our parts. They wrote the Justice Ministry, and since we wrote the Justice Ministry, they left it with the Justice Ministry, but there's no instrument for the Justice Ministry to collect the money. So I came to appeal that we carry the crew back, so the payment plan can be revised. So going forward, they can pay per the plan. So the error came from LRA, and I concede to that.
Making Justice Ministry something.
So now, can you cannot be talking to our witnesses. This is why we are acting against our witnesses too. We should not leave our witnesses to be talking across the floor. It's not appropriate, colleagues. So, Mr. Deputy Commissioner General, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, can you tell us exactly what plan is in place, the current plan with the collection, and why the delinquency?
There was delinquency, and the LRA were trying to ask the Justice Ministry to help to enforce, which I think it was wrong. And when I left from there, I told my colleagues that we didn't proceed the right way because we are under the obligation to collect government revenue. There was a plan, but everybody had broken the plan. I wanted to appeal that we take the importers back, have another meeting with them, and reschedule the payment plan so we can start collecting the payment plan. I can show you, we're surely going to collect the money this time.
So, police, I think we can abbreviate this discussion.
Yes.
But to do this, you also, in terms of parity, fair justice, you also have to openly apologize to this party because it disrupted our work. You allow us to bring in the Justice Ministry. With the Justice Ministry, you have been doing other serious matters. And you also give us the burden of elasticizing this act that we are carrying here. So we want to recognize Honorable Honorable George, the Honorable George. Reasonably spoken.
Ladies and gentlemen of this August body, we just heard from the LRA that they defaulted, and from what we talked about summoning the Justice Ministry that we just fined. I would like to put forth an appeal that the fine we just imposed on the Justice Ministry be withdrawn. Thank you very much.
Colleagues, that should have happened. It's mooted. That should have happened in the exercise. It is not.
Information, Mr. Speaker. Information, Mr. Speaker. The speaker mic, which one you doing?
Thank you. It is not the issue of the action of the LRA. The issue before us, or that was before us, was why that action required of the Ministry of Justice was not carried out. Yes, even if he was wrong, notwithstanding, there must be a medium of effective communication. That is the point. So, but again, you have embarrassed the Justice Ministry. The Justice Ministry itself should have been in alignment with the normal practices. So, but I think you have greater burden than the Ministry of Justice.
Speaker.
Yeah, Honorable Zaza.
After Zaza, my hands are
It's not transferable. Farm is not transferable.
Mr. Speaker, co-presiding distinguished colleagues, in addition to what is said to the LRA, this money that is owed to the Republic of Liberia it is a very huge amount. In your reconsideration, I want you to include the interest. It is the legal process. The interest to be calculated to be included on the bills that are not being paid. Whether you made a mistake, Justice Ministry delay, it is money that is owed to the Republic of Liberia. So I want interest to be calculated in your new arrangement to make payment. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, co-presiding distinguished colleagues. Honorable Speaker, the matter before her is very serious and important. This place is not place to play. You can come up with issues that have since almost 1 week plus. We've been leaving everything, bringing everybody here, and you come back and stand and say, oh, There was a mistake, we got to go look at it. I think what we need to do now that the Justice Minister is here, and this money is also important, it hasn't been paid, let it tell us the schedule that they didn't go back. And let it tell us what the new step they're going to go take. So when it's not done and some of this money not paid, that we will follow it up and make sure that this thing is done. What happened here is not only affecting Justice Ministry or LRA, it's also affecting the Liberian people. And it's important they say something to us. Not for the deputy to come and just say, oh, that mistake, we need to go back and look at the schedule. Then we've been wasting our time, we say, oh, we agree. There are not different people here. They ain't go to Nigeria to solve the thing that is still Liberian people. All of us is affecting, but let it discuss them. Let's know how far this is going to go. And when they leave from here, it shouldn't be business as usual, and they go and relax. This is the same thing I said the last time about instability. Because if we're not taking seriously on the floor, that is why you have gone again, relax. It didn't come. So it's important that the LRA.
All of this legislative body acted deliberatively, and with that, we paid sufficiently. So we acted serious in this matter.
Thank you, Speaker. All right, thank you for your opinion, Speaker.
Take it back.
Okay, opinion.
Take it back.
Thank you for legislative opinion.
Take it back on the chair.
So I think now that the whole hierarchy of the petroleum era and the road from here, let it give a little synopsis of what they're going to go discuss. And let's have an idea. So tomorrow when the issue comes, we will know where it's stopped. I'm talking about my friend Asana, this will be here. So it's important that we know, let us say something at least, LRA, when they leave from here, what they're going to go do for us to know and have an idea before we just agree and say, okay, y'all go and we certify all the dates. But let's have a timeline and let's understand what the mandate they're leaving with, that when they leave from here, we will follow the process. If a true committee or whatever way it will be done, it will be okay for everyone else. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you.
Mr. Presiding Co-Presiding Police, the issue is becoming interesting. It can be recalled in the Sinchimo, the LRA boss, Thomas Dona, came here along with the team. And we heard what he said. Today, his deputy is here, and the version he gave me is also different. So, Mr. Presiding, in order to get into the issue and solve it one and for all, Mr. Presiding, I want you to use your gavel. That you set a specific date aside to call the head of those institutions, including Ministry of Justice, as well as the Importer Association, to sit down and look into the issue. If we conclude that the authority will be given to the Ministry of Justice and LRA to have a plan of payment, then we can go through that. For now, in the absence of those now, who is the head of that institution, you will make decision here, and somebody may come out and say, no, that was not the decision we reached. Then we will be looking the same way we appear ridiculous now. Because we never knew what happened. We are written series of letters outside it. For the LRA delegate to come and say they made an error, it's a serious problem that we need to be careful in handling the presiding. So I will appeal to your gavel that
Honorable George, please approach the chair.
you use your gavel presiding to see the seeds of the matter either a week and then call the appropriate authority who all sit down and amicably resolve the issue to have a logical conclusion. That's my suggestion, presiding. We talk for now with Judgment Day, it will not help the process. It will not help the process.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yes, Honorable Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Co-Presiding Colleagues. Mr. Speaker, let me begin by reminding the LRA that this budget contains an amount that was identified by this legislature in the tune of $5 million plus that we believe is to be collected from the importers to support the budget.
In addition to the arrears, which is served as a windfall. Yes, in addition to the arrears, which is served as a windfall.
Yeah, in addition. So let me remind you, it's not just about coming before the House to say LRA made a mistake and we're going back to rectify the mistake. Because the budget that was just passed by this House, like I said, an amount was identified for the arrears owed by the importers. So we hope as you leave from here, you will go back, do everything possible to ensure that the collection starts immediately. Because this money in question has been lingering since 2018. This House has called the importers, the road fund, and all other bodies associated with the money on many occasions. To our surprise, to know that LRA, club with the responsibility of collecting government funds, is saying that she take responsibility. We think you should go back and start the enforcement now so that the Liberian people money can be collected immediately. That's my input into the matter, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Fatah Hajjassan.
Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues. You know, I just want to add my voice to the voice of my colleagues that we allow the RRA boss to go back and sit with the importer to discuss the way forward, how they will be able to pay this debt. Because now he's saying that he made a mistake because I think he said he just took over. He did not get the information. So I think people were there, but he did not get everything. Maybe he has some information, but he did not get the detail. Now he has gone, and people have informed him. That's the reason why he's saying that he takes responsibility. He's going now to sit with the people to make sure that the money is collected from the people. So that's the reason why I'm adding my voice to it, that we allow them to go and renegotiate and see how best they can start to pay this money. And Mr. Speaker, I just want to say this. Now we have sent for the Justice Minister, he's here, we find him, and we find out that he is not responsible for what is happening. So what is it now? What are we going to do? Are we going to apologize or what? Because I said it the last time. All of the night, what are you telling me all of? All of the night, I'm saying, yeah, are we going to apologize? Because when I said it the last time, Mr. Speaker, that we should investigate. Other people said that I'm afraid of the Justice Minister. Now I'm not afraid. Because what I said that the last time, I said all of the night, how about you? That's what I said. I said all of the night. Okay, sorry, Mr. Speaker. Okay, Mr. Speaker, sorry.
Mr. Speaker, co-presiding distinguished colleagues, my order is
To who?
to you.
I didn't say what I had to say.
Yeah, I'll say provide order. The Justice Minister was not asked to pay fine because LRA claimed that they are responsible for the collection of the money owned by Importer Association. No. Justice Minister was found based on their deliberate refusal to honor an invitation from this House. So when we come here, I think we should understand it and proceed as it is. So if the Justice Minister refused to come here on the basis of that, they were fined. We stick to it that this fine has to be paid. Government, there was a motion, a decision has been reached on it, and as far as we are concerned, that matter is moot, Mr. Speaker. We cannot go back to it to open it. Thank you. That's all I want to provide. If you give me the privilege, I will give a motion for way forward, Mr. Speaker. If you give me the privilege, motion for way forward, Mr. Speaker.
After this,
Yeah, everything coming all together.
This one, Mr. Speaker, motion for way forward.
Honorable Speaker, co-presiding distinguished colleagues. Mr. Speaker, the statute that created the LRA places the responsibility to collect government's revenue exclusively with the LRA. I think the seriousness of our situation, Mr. Speaker, must be dealt with. The LRA, now having admitted that it has erred in terms of its representation to this body, while we have the director of the LRA here, Mr. Speaker, I would suggest prior to his departure or being dismissed as a witness from today's hearing that he tells us precisely what are the mistakes that were made, what time period will be required to correct these mistakes, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Speaker, so that we will have a time frame in bringing this matter to a resolution. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, thank you very much. I think we have dealt with this matter sufficiently. I think the issue before us was to identify how collections can be done and who's responsible. The LRA has considered that the issue of collecting government money is scarce. Thus, we need to find out from them, along with the Justice Ministry, to what extent has the contract been violated, and how can there be a catalyst that will get within the train of collection so that they will be able to have these monies on time. So I think this is between the LRA and the Justice Ministry, because the Justice Ministry came to us with a contract. The LRA is supposed to collect the money. And so we want to see all of the measures in place so that perhaps deterrence can be served for actions to be carried out in fulfillment of the arrangement that has been derived. So that said, we'll entertain a motion, because I think in my mind the architecture is already in place. The implementation is what we're all talking about. So I think we need to entertain a motion so that we can adequately benefit from the sense of the design of collecting the people's contribution towards the road fund. That said, we entertain a motion from the Right Honorable Jones.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Co-Presiding colleagues, having listened to our witnesses on the issue of the amount owed by the importers, I move, if I may obtain a second, our witnesses is discharged with the understanding that the LRA will take charge of receiving whatever amount that is being owed by the importers, and to subsequently inform this body with the timetable of the collection and how the payments will be made. If I may obtain a second.
So this motion also should be in conformity with the contract, because the contract has terms. The contract has terms and conditions. So that said,
yeah, I will state the timeline because based upon the contract, they will inform us.
That said, are you ready to vote? Huh? Yes. So they should come back to us to ensure how the level, how the compliance is being done. All the corrective measures put in place. Yeah, they will come with a plan. So we can give them 1 week or so, because less than 1 week, because it's already existing.
Because decided time is discussing the matter.
Yeah, but us to democratically behave. That's why you
That's my readiness. If that is captured by the motion,
so they can still have your readiness now if you so desire.
No, he said it's already captured.
Okay.
From what you said, he has added on.
Okay. That's it. Are you ready
1
to
week
vote?
time.
Once God has discussed the matter on the floor for the presiding chief.
The chamber looks really empty here.
I will be ready to vote if you can accept this amendment. Now that the issue that has to do with collection of the money has drawn the attention of the House, any documentation thereof is a statement of tariff, a protected tariff, or any document that relates to taxation derived from the House of Representatives. Prior to the collection of the money talking about, every necessary document that will be carved by LRA, the importer, as well as the Minister of Justice. Before they proceed, it should be brought to this honorable body for subsequent approval.
So let me again say that in my motion I said that the LRA should furnish this body with all information, including timeline. But to say that there should be an approval before LRA can proceed, I deny.
With that said, are you ready to vote?
I'm ready.
Yeah, please state your readiness.
So, to the movement, I will be ready to vote if you can also look at this in your motion. The existing contract going for 4 years for payment. And now that they did not comply with it, when LRA is coming with a plan of payment to us, let us know how many years, maybe it's 2 years or so they're going to give. Let's be in the know and know how long they're going to give the people for the payment.
But only the contract violators are punished.
Okay.
So then the different thing. Well, let's see the compliant, regime how it is being considered. Then those who are defaulting, I mean, some actions can be taken. We don't know that yet. Okay. With that said, are you ready to vote?
Ready?
Yeah. All those in favor, let me know by saying yeah. Against? Thank you. So, we want to thank the various institutions that have come in compliance with our invitation. We hope that this spirit of coordination, mutual respect be maintained. We just want to say that legislatively actions are based on the procedures that are laid out here. It is not personal. We hope we ask for decency throughout. decency for our guests and decency for our colleagues, so that we can have a wholesome process as we go about deliberation. That said, there were individuals that were not present, and we thought that determination would be made on the reason for the non-compliance of this of the request extended them, or the invitation extended them. So, colleagues, as we have almost done with our colleagues to leave, as they are all partners or associates of those individuals who did not come, or institutions that did not come, perhaps they will also serve as witnesses to the action that will be drawn or carried out by this body. We have acted on what was deemed a departure from what should have been carried out by the Justice Ministry, the LRA. They are considered, but we think they need to do more. They need to apologize to this body because, in our view, it was a hindrance to us going into more meaningful legislative work. So we'll call you, the Deputy Commissioner General of LRA, to apologize to this body. We're telling you that we have been following the trends regarding the gaps and fluctuations in the compliance level. But you said that you knew exactly the entire issue, and you were one of those persons who were in charge. Now we know no one has mastery of everything. It's good that you are considered, but we would like you to mount this area and apologize to this body, and not to even say that to apologize to the Ministry of Justice for this little confusion that you have posed in this entire exchange. Yes, this is a body. It comes here to apologize. So we ask you if this means the approval of this body. We'll call him up here to the LRA boss. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Co-Presiding colleagues, Mr. Speaker, an apology from the LRA Director,
Deputy Commissioner General.
Deputy Commissioner General. I think, Mr. Speaker, that what the LRA has to do is so grave, and a mistake by this entity should not just, I think, Mr. Speaker, that this apology should be to the Liberian people. Of course to us, but to the Liberian people. And I think LRA should say publicly what they've done wrong and how that mistake has adversely affected the people of Nigeria. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The Right Honorable James Kula of Bone County.
Mr. Speaker, co-presiding distinguished colleagues, taking cue from the previous witness, the Minister of Justice, I'm saying taking lesson from the Minister of Justice with the error committed and the punishment there associated with. In my mind, I think the LRA is more than that of the Ministry of Justice. LRA is not only to us, but like said by my honorable colleague, it affects the entire Republic of Liberia. Right now, we need money for the government to operate for business entity. There is no money. Only because LRA is in the habit of saying to us there was a mistake. It is not a mistake, Mr. Speaker, I'm looking at, but the circumstances associated with this mistake, Mr. Speaker. So in moving forward, I would want us to set a precedent that this mistake will not be repeated. That the Liberian people, taxes will be rightfully collected and on time, that they can receive the actual benefits. So with that, Mr. Speaker, I think to just give an open apology here, it is not sufficient. Having found the Minister of Justice that committed a crime, likewise LRA, we need to set this precedent that everyone can see us as being fair enough. Having said that, violated. I take back the choice of word. Having violated, having violated. So we need to ensure that both parties are duly served equally, fairly, and justly in dispensing justice. So I want to say to you, Mr. Speaker, that the apology from the verbal apology is not enough, but this verbal apology moved to a written apology that will be published in 5 days on the Liberian market for now less than 2 days, Mr. Speaker.
So, it's a motion.
Yeah, I've been saying that. No, it's not motion. It was funny about brief. No, I said it. Listen to what they said.
With that said, are you ready to vote?
I'm ready.
Yeah. Honorable Zaza.
Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, co-presiding, distinguished colleagues, considering the role of LRA in our tax collection, the mistakes that were made, that was admitted to, I will want to appeal to the distinguished body that such a mistake, let this gentleman apologize, but to go to the public. Listen, madam, this has some effect on our tax collection system. I don't want people to go out there when he says, oh, we made a mistake, people are going to politicize this. So I want to appeal to the distinguished gentleman that this apology should be rendered now and then forget about going to the public. I don't want it to be politically interpreted and giving different impression. No, my friend. We are human beings here. So I mean that's my suggestion. I'm not using your mouth to talk. I'm using my mouth. So listen to me. So Mr. Speaker, I am saying yes. Okay. Mr. Speaker, I want to appeal to the consciences of the distinguished gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, that the apology should be only here instead of going to the public. Yes, okay, well. Okay, Mr. Movement. Listen, this is a definite situation that LRA is playing a very major tax collection role in our community. I do not want this to go to the public, and it may have different communication and different interpretation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, taking into consideration that this hearing is being televised, it is not an executive hearing. I don't know which of the public are we trying to avoid this issue from going to. But as far as I'm concerned, then televised in all of the internet gadgets around here. People even in all parts of the world are hearing that LRA has made a mistake. So with this mistake, I think, I'm not reading the fire, I'll read the fire one day. I think it will be pretty enough that LRA goes to work and do the most unjust and do the right thing by placing this apology into the 3 days. So, honorable veteran, please permit me to respectfully and honorably reject. Please.
Thank you.
Wisdom.
So, with that said, are you ready to vote?
No, that's a vote. Before you were born. Okay, well,
Speaker of the police to the movement. There's a movement.
Yes.
I will be ready to vote for you to consider a simple amendment. The publication in 3 local dailies be made in the Monday edition of the 3 local dailies.
Thank you.
For
how many days? For 1 day. Except I'll leave that one. All right.
Yeah, 2 days. Mr. Speaker,
you know how deputy moving here, moving here.
Mr. Speaker, the distinguished colleagues, with the reasonability of my veteran colleague from Magidi County, for this to be reduced to 1 day, starting with Monday, I respectfully accept. 1 day.
With that said,
Yeah.
yeah, it can start here in like 1 day. With that said, I ready to vote. All those, you were ready there?
You know I want the red one. One before.
Okay. With that said, I ready to vote.
Can we see the letter before the vote?
Yeah. Against?
Yeah.
Thank you. Also,
All right,
there were
folks.
2 other institutions that were absent.
Keep following us. This is Focus on Liberia TV. We here at the chambers of the House. We also are taking a decision on the LRA, that is the Liberia Revenue Authority, for its revert on its previous statement that the delay into the collection of the road fund importers in the country was as a result of the Justice Ministry's failure to enforce the law. They've come today and somersaulted on that statement that they take responsibility, they're responsible for that. And so the House says, you are impeding our job, for that you must apologize. Keep following.
Justice is there with LRA. Then you see a couple the importers that did not come. I don't think it's fair. So I think that one did not come, which is MPN. Okay, MP.
How about streamers?
How
about streamers?
We wanted to raise the petrol, let's have a know the content of the excuses sent. Petrol.
No, but somebody said already. Somebody came.
It was really the same excuse.
Yeah, somebody came. So somebody came already. So.
What about Nexons?
And streamers.
Nexium.
We were told that they were absent.
Nexium here.
Streamers here. Streamers here.
The Shumax have somebody here.
Only MP not here.
Yeah, only MP not is in here. So let's. Order, please. Order, please. Order, please.
You'll be here, trainer. I'll help you.
So it's MP, right?
Let us see if you want to.
So, colleagues, what is your view on the issue of MP?
That's fine, man. Come on.
What is the issue?
Whenever they just pass the judgment.
Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, If
we don't do that here.
Mr. Speaker, if they meet the consensus of my honorable colleagues, I would want to move that since MP was present in the past hearing and today deliberately refused to attend without any excuse, be written to show cause why they should not be held in contempt and should be made to appear with their legal counsel if I may be seconded. For next week Tuesday.
Honorable Judge, there's a motion on the floor, except you are ready to vote. Then you state your readiness. Okay, please. Please state your readiness, Honorable Judge.
I'll be ready to vote because
You're ready to vote.
I'll be ready to vote. Because if the movement will accept, if you were here in the last session while we were dealing with this institution, that MP was cleared.
No, MP is not clear.
You cleared them. Honorable Speaker, check again.
MP is not clear.
You cleared them. You said that they are the only one that have done due diligence to everything. No, check it out.
That Mayoba, Honorable Mayoba, MOTC, West Oil. MP has 15,000 plus. 15,848 cents. Yes, so, yes. So, go ahead.
I think it was not readiness because you have been proving that MP is not clear. So we need not to respond to that on readiness, Mr. Speaker.
So that's it. Are you ready to vote? All those in favor, they can vote by saying against. No, we are going through the right process. Distinguished witnesses, we want to thank you very much for taking part in this exercise and for your fullest cooperation. That said, we would like you to kindly give us those pieces of information on time that are requested to enable us to effectively do or carry out our legislative duties. Again, we want to say thank you very much. You are respectfully discharged. Thank you.
All right, so we are outside the chambers where the witnesses have been discharged. They're going up now. We're trying to chat with the Deputy Commissioner at the Liberia Revenue Authority, who reflected on his previous statement that the delay in the collection of the funds were the result of the Justice Ministries. We're trying to see whether we can chat with him, and so keep following us. My name is Springs. I'm trying to chat with him if he comes up. So, Honorable Deputy Commissioner, welcome to the press. Today, you appear for the last time on the hearing. So, the statement that was, yes, in my mind, is a revert for the previous statement. What do you make of that? And you've been made to apologize through local dealings. What do you make of that?
So you see, LRA is a transparent institution. Mm-hmm. The road fund is to be collected by us. Okay. Somewhere down the line, we have some resistance in collecting the money, so they transfer it to the Justice Ministry and informing the Justice Ministry for them to pick up from there if possible to take it to court. So in that line, LRA expected the Justice Ministry to proceed from that point. Because Justice Ministry didn't proceed, we didn't act again later. So that's why we took responsibility. We're not afraid to take responsibility. We're not afraid to take responsibility. We didn't compromise anything.
Okay, but why didn't you make that clear? I have followed the thing for the past three weeks now.
The information was actually true.
Okay.
The information was actually true that they sent it to Justice Ministry. Well, I conceive from the angle that Justice Ministry is not responsible to collect our money. Okay. If they're not responsible to collect our money, then we are at fault. So we take responsibility.
Okay.
Is that a slap in the face of the Liberian authority?
Well, depending on how you look at it, from the angle you look at it. So sometimes people, when they 65, they think whatever you call it slap. Well, depending on how you want to call it. But I'm telling you, we take responsibility because we are responsible to collect that.
So how do you look at the funds?
How do people look at fun?
Sincere or apologies?
Sincere, not sincere, I mean, it's a fine.
Honorable Matthew Zaza said,
you won't accept, it's a fine.
Sir, Honorable Matthew Zaza, one of the lawmakers is saying that money should be calculated based on interest basis because they should have paid in a particular time frame they did not pay. You take responsibility. What do you make of that?
We will proceed looking at the law.
Will you ask them to pay interest on the money?
Proceed, no, when I say we take responsibility, it didn't negate the fact that they shouldn't have paid.
So that I'm asking you, will you calculate the interest on the money?
Listen to me, whether we calculate interest and penalty, we'll look at the law.
Do you care to give us about the payment plan? Because you say you're going to draft a payment plan.
To give you the payment plan?
How would you know? How would you never discreet yet?
The payment plan will be discussed by we and the input or something very rational. So I wouldn't know when what we're going to discuss. I can preempt. I have to call them to the table and say, no, you defaulted. And let's reshare your payment and we'll make a plan.
How can the Liberian people be sure that this money will be collected? How can Liberians be sure that this money in question will be collected?
No, you see, like what I'm saying in taxation. If we tax you, if we tax you, we expect to receive the money. If we didn't receive the money, we have to use all legal instruments. We take it to court and do any other thing we can do. Okay. For me, we are sure that we're going to live according to the law. We'll make sure that they can pay the money. If you can pay the money, you don't hijack people to pay money. It's not in the old deal. We're not going to wait people. We're not going to do anything for them to pay the money. We take it to all other legal ramifications. Go to the law, and the court may make them to pay if they don't pay their plan.
Thank you.
Now you're ready to control of that.
Thank you. All right, folks, thanks for following. This is Focus on Liberia. This is how we come to the end of today's edition of the Horses plenary session. Join me another time for another live interview. My name is Prince Mawa, coming to you live and direct from the chambers of the House of Representatives. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.